My beloved brothers and sisters, sometimes the hardest thing to do is smile when your heart is breaking. You wake up carrying the same weight as yesterday and you wonder, how can I feel happiness when nothing is going right? But let me remind you, Allah never said happiness means a perfect life. He said in the Quran, indeed, in the remembrance of Allah, hearts find rest. Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:28. It's not about forcing a fake smile. It's about choosing light, even while walking through the dark. Happiness, for the believer, is an act of worship. It's trusting Allah's plan. It's saying Alhamdulillah even when life is heavy. And it's reminding yourself every day, if Allah is with me, I still have everything I need. So today, push yourself. Not for the world, not to impress anyone, but to uplift your soul, to bring joy into your home. To shine a little hope, because your Creator loves a grateful, resilient heart. And He will reward every single step you take toward peace. Happiness is a choice guided by faith. My beloved brothers and sisters, happiness is not something you stumble upon. It is a mindset, a decision, a direction your heart chooses even when life is difficult. The believer understands that happiness is not found in wealth or status, but in connection to Allah. In Surah Al-Ra'd 13:28, Allah reminds us, truly it is in the remembrance of Allah that hearts find rest. This is where true happiness begins, with the heart. So many people wait for life to become perfect before they allow themselves to be happy. But perfection was never promised in this dunya. There will always be pain, struggle and uncertainty. Yet those who choose to see Allah's mercy in every moment, they unlock a level of contentment the world cannot offer. They smile, not because life is easy, but because they know their Lord is near. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, despite facing loss, betrayal, poverty and war, was known for his smile. He carried a radiant calmness even in times of difficulty. His happiness was rooted in his faith in knowing that Allah never tests without wisdom, never delays without purpose, and never abandons the one who turns to Him sincerely. Happiness guided by faith doesn't mean you don't cry. It means you cry to the one who listens. You grieve, you struggle, but you never lose hope. You say Alhamdulillah even when your heart is heavy, because you know gratitude invites barakah. The believer's joy is not shallow, it is deep, quiet and tied to tawakkul. There will be days when your soul feels tired, when you wake up and the weight of your worries follows you into every hour. But even then you have the power to choose light, a simple dua, a moment of dhikr, a sincere sujood. These small acts reignite the soul and pull you back into peace. Faith turns pain into purpose. You cannot control everything that happens in your life, but you can control how you respond. You can choose not to let negativity own your mind. You can choose to speak kindly to yourself. You can choose to surround your thoughts with remembrance and your days with intention. This is how the believer protects their heart from sinking. Happiness for the believer is tied to knowing that nothing is random. Every delay, every silence, every unexpected turn, it is all from the plan of the Most Merciful. And when your heart truly believes that what is meant for you will never miss you, you begin to live lighter. You let go of comparison, jealousy and fear. So many people chase happiness in temporary things, material wealth, people's approval, social media validation, but these things fade. The believer anchors joy in something unshakable: Allah's love, His mercy, His promises. What could be more secure than knowing your Creator is looking after you? When you live your life in alignment with your values, your happiness becomes more stable. Pray on time, eat with gratitude, speak gently, fulfill your responsibilities, let go of sins. These small, consistent actions are like drops of light that fill your heart with quiet joy, joy that doesn't need an audience to exist. One of the most beautiful things about Islam is that even smiling is a charity. The Prophet ﷺ said, your smile for your brother is charity. Tirmidhi. Imagine that. Just lifting someone else's spirit is rewarded by Allah, and in doing so you lift your own. Happiness increases when it's shared, not stored. When life is hard, choosing happiness doesn't mean ignoring your pain. It means not letting the pain define your outlook. It means knowing that Allah is Al-Latif, the subtle, the kind, and even in what breaks your heart, He's placing mercy. Faith helps you see the light that hardship tries to hide. One sign of strong faith is when you can say Alhamdulillah in the middle of a storm. Not after it passes, but right in the center of it. That's not denial, that's certainty. That's the believer's choice to see the storm not as a punishment, but as a pathway to growth, purification, and closeness to Allah. True happiness is found in accepting Allah's decree. You work hard, you strive, but your heart is content with whatever He decides. That's the formula for peace. You don't chase what isn't yours. You don't beg for what Allah has withheld. You walk forward with trust, and that trust brings serenity. Some of the happiest people are not the ones who have the most, but the ones who need the least. Their hearts are light. They've detached from dunya. Their smiles come from knowing that the greatest joys are still ahead in the next life, in Jannah. And that hope carries them through the hardest days. Gratitude is a major key to daily happiness. When you count your blessings, your eyesight, your breath, your ability to pray, you realize how much you already have. And when you thank Allah for the small things, He increases you in more. Allah's promise is not maybe, it's certain. If you are grateful, I will surely increase you. Surah Ibrahim 14:7. Joy also grows in good company. Surround yourself with those who remind you of Allah, who don't fuel your anger or feed your insecurities. A believer keeps the company of hearts that nourish theirs. And when you give others positivity and patience, it reflects back into your own life, often in ways you never expect. When you feel overwhelmed, don't underestimate the power of dua. Speak to Allah, tell Him everything, even the things you think are too small. Sometimes happiness begins with just feeling heard, and Allah hears every whisper of the heart. Sometimes the only